to work this morning, I heard on the radio that there will no longer be fresh fruits or vegetables available in our local supermarkets. I wasn't quite sure if that's what I heard, so I turned up the volume. And I was shocked that, in fact, there will not be fresh fruits and vegetables available in our local supermarkets next week. Now, I was upset when I heard this because I know how much that would impact my family, and I'm sure it would impact yours as well. Okay, I must confess, I didn't actually hear that on the radio. But it is a harsh reality that we could all face if those who are lobbying to close our borders to immigrants are successful. We just can't allow that to happen. Not only do immigrants work in the agricultural field, but they're also willing to do jobs most of us are not. According to the Center for Immigration Study, there are 93 occupations in which 20% or more immigrants work within that field. These high immigrant occupations are primarily, but not exclusively, lower wage jobs that require relatively little formal education. Most of us do not face significant job competition from immigrants. Those among us who do tend to be less educated and are poor face relatively little competition from immigrants. According to the National Alliance for Immigration Rights, immigrants often work in extreme weather conditions for minimal wages and are often retaliated against for speaking out regarding poor working conditions. Consider the fact that if our borders were closed to immigrants, those jobs would need to be filled that are necessary for our daily life, yet require little formal education. Immigration is not new to our country. We can think back to the colonial period and those that arrived from Europe, or even consider Christopher Columbus, who arrived in South America. There are no statistics which confirm stereotypes regarding immigrants, such as they cause crime rates to soar, they cause healthcare costs to increase, they take jobs away from Americans. It's just not true. According to Liberty for All, which is a group dedicated to protecting the rights of immigrants, many use immigrants as scapegoats for their issues. When the economy fails, when crime rates increase, when the unemployment rates soar, it's easy to blame those who are often left without a means of defense. It's unfair for politicians to use immigrants as their pawns when either their agenda requires a scapegoat or the benefit of their support. Both of my grandfathers were immigrants. One of them immigrated from Wales, crossed the Atlantic on a ship called the Mauretania with his twin brother when he was 19 years old. He entered through Ellis Island and was received by the Statue of Liberty. All he wanted was to achieve the American dream and to make his life and the life of his family members better. My other grandfather immigrated from Mexico. He had the same dreams and ambitions that my other grandfather did. They just wanted a better life. Governor Brown recently signed immigration reform called the Trust Act, which will hopefully work towards fair treatment of immigrants in California. I'd like you to help. If you're interested, contact Governor Brown's office to support immigration reform. You may also contact your local lawmakers who can work with Governor Brown's office to protect the rights of immigrants. Consider doing what you can to support the immigrants among us who work tirelessly to make the lives of their families and ours better. Our country was built on the blood, sweat, and tears of immigrants. Throughout the day tomorrow, make it a point to note how immigrants are impacting your daily life. You might be surprised at the number of things you find throughout the day. I think we all take them for granted. I'm going to close with a quote from Emma Lazarus. This quote is inscribed on a bronze plate within the Statue of Liberty, and it states, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send me these, the homeless, tempest-tossed to me. I light my lamp beside the golden door." Thank you.